Welcome back. In the last video, we covered the first output of the project analysis and design phase, which was the as-is and to-be process models. Now we'll move on to the next two outputs, which are gap analysis documents and the data models and entity relationship diagrams, ERD. The second output of the project analysis and design phase is the gap analysis documents. Gap analysis documents are a key business analysis artifact used to identify the differences between the current state and the desired future state of a business process, system, or capability. Gap analysis documents describe what exists versus what should exist, and highlight the gaps that need to be addressed to achieve business objectives. A gap analysis document identifies the differences between the current state and the desired future state, highlighting gaps that need to be addressed to meet business objectives and guide solution design. The business analyst owns the gap analysis document, creating it to identify differences between current and future states, while stakeholders validate the gaps and recommendations. The purpose of gap analysis document are: 1. Identify differences between as-is and to-be processes. 2. Highlight areas for improvement or optimization. 3. Support solution design and prioritization. And 4. Provide a basis for defining requirements and business case justification. Key components of a gap analysis document are: 1. Current state as-is. These are existing processes, systems, or capabilities. 2. Future state to-be. These are desired processes, systems, or capabilities. 3. Gaps identified. These are missing functionality, inefficiencies, risks, or resource needs. 4. Impact assessment. These are the consequences of the gaps on the business or project. And 5. Recommendations. These are actions required to bridge the gaps. The key activities of a business analyst in the gap analysis document are: 1. Understand the current state as-is. The business analyst reviews the as-is process model, analyzes existing systems, identifies current capabilities, documents existing business rules, and reviews performance metrics. 2. Define the future state to be. The business analyst reviews the to-be process model, identifies new capabilities required, clarifies improvement objectives, and aligns with business goals. 3. Identify the gaps. The business analyst compares as-is and to-be to identify missing functionalities, process inefficiencies, technology limitations, compliance gaps, skill gaps, and data gaps. 4. Categorize the gaps. The business analyst may classify gaps into process gaps, system or technology gaps, data gaps, policy gaps, and people or skills gaps. 5. Assess impact. The business analyst evaluates business impact, operational risk, cost implications, compliance implications, and urgency. 6. Recommend solutions. The business analyst proposes high-level recommendations such as system enhancement, process redesign, policy update, training requirement, and automation. 7. Prioritize gaps. Working with stakeholders, the business analyst identifies must-have versus nice-to-have, aligns with budget and timeline, and supports roadmap planning. 8. Validate with stakeholders. The business analyst reviews findings in workshops, confirms accuracy, resolves disagreements, and obtains agreement. 9. Document and communicate. The gap analysis document typically includes description of current state, description of desired state, identified gaps, impact analysis, recommended actions, and priority level. The third output of the project analysis and design phase is the data models and entity relationship diagrams, ERDs. This is very important in business analysis and systems design. What is a data model? A data model is a structured representation of how data is organized, stored, and related within a system. In simple terms, a data model shows how information in a system is connected. Data model defines the following: what data the system will store, the structure of the data, the relationships between different data elements, the rules that govern the data. Example of data model. In a hospital system, a data model may include patient, doctor, appointment, and prescription. It will show the following: what details are stored for each, e.g., patient name, DOB, patient ID. How they relate, e.g., a patient books an appointment with a doctor. What is an entity relationship diagram, ERD? An entity relationship diagram, ERD, is a visual representation of a data model. It uses symbols to show entities, things, attributes, properties of things, relationships, how things connect. In short, a data model is the structure, and an ERD is the diagram used to show it visually. Why data models and ERDs are important for business analysts. As a business analyst, you use them to understand how business data flows, identify missing data requirements, avoid duplication of data, clarify requirements with stakeholders, support system design discussions, and perform gap analysis. They are especially important in banking systems, healthcare systems, e-commerce platforms, customer relationship management, CRM systems, enterprise resource planning, ERP systems, etc. What are the role of a business analyst in data models and ERDs? A business analyst is not usually the database designer, but plays a critical role in defining, validating, and refining the data structure before development begins. Number 1 role of the business analyst in data models and ERDs is to elicit data requirements. The business analyst works with stakeholders to understand what data needs to be captured, what information is required for reporting, what regulatory data must be stored, what data is mandatory versus optional. Example of eliciting data requirements by a business analyst. What data must be stored? What regulatory data must be stored? What data is mandatory versus optional? Example of eliciting data requirements by a business analyst. Example of eliciting data requirements by a business analyst. What data must be stored? What regulatory data must be stored? What data is mandatory versus optional? In a healthcare system, what patient details are required? Should NHS number be mandatory? Do we need emergency contact information? Etc. Number 2 role of the business analyst is to identify entities. The business analyst helps identify key business entities. Examples: customer, account, policy, claim, order, employee. The BA ensures entities reflect real business objects, not just technical tables. The number 3 role of the business analyst is to define attributes, data fields. The business analyst helps define field names, e.g. customer ID, date of birth. Field meaning. Business definitions. Data validation rules. Mandatory versus optional fields. Example: date of birth must be a past date, and email must follow valid email format. The number 4 role of the business analyst is to define relationships. The business analyst clarifies how entities relate. Example questions: can a customer have multiple accounts? Can an order contain multiple products? Can a patient have multiple appointments? The BA ensures correct business rules are reflected in the ERD. Example: one customer, many orders, 1M. Many students, many courses, MN. The number 5 role of the business analyst is to create or reviewing ERDs. Depending on the organization, some business analysts create conceptual or logical ERDs. Some review ERDs created by solution architects or database designers. And some collaborate with data analysts and developers. The business analyst ensures the diagram reflects business reality. Nothing is missing, and no incorrect assumptions exist. The number 6 role of the business analyst is to support gap analysis. When replacing or upgrading systems, the business analyst reviews the current, as-is data model. Reviews the new, to-be data model. Identifies missing fields. Identifies redundant data. And identifies data migration requirements. The number 7 role of the business analyst in data models and ERDs is to support data migration. In system implementation projects, the business analyst helps map old data fields to new data fields. Define transformation rules. Identify data cleansing requirements. And clarify historical data retention needs. The number 8 role of the business analyst is to ensure data governance and compliance. In regulated industries, banking, healthcare, insurance, the business analyst ensures data complies with data privacy requirements, e.g. GDPR. Data retention policies. Access controls. And audit trail requirements. The number 9 role of the business analyst in data models and ERDs is to act as a bridge between business and technical teams. The business analyst translates business language to technical data structures. For example, business says we need to track customer loyalty. Business analyst translates into loyalty ID, points balance, reward tier, and last points update date. We'll pause here for now. In the next video, we'll explore the outputs or artifacts of the business rules catalog. Before you continue, I'd like you to complete the following exercise. 1. What are the key activities of the gap analysis? 2. What are the key roles of a business analyst in the gap analysis? 3. What are the key activities of the data models and entity relationship diagrams, ERDs? 4. What are the key roles of a business analyst in the data models and entity relationship diagrams, ERDs?